Today, we are diving into a book that's pretty much a legend in the world of personal finance, your money or your life. And look, this isn't just another book with tips on budgeting. It's a whole new operating system for your brain, a complete program for changing your entire relationship with money to get to a place of real, true financial independence. So, let me ask you something. Does this sound familiar? You grind it out all week, you get that paycheck, you feel good for a second. And then you pay the rent, the bills, you buy groceries, maybe a few things for yourself, and then it's gone. Poof. And you're right back where you started, just waiting for the next payday to do it all over again. It's exhausting, right? You feel like you're running, but you're not actually going anywhere.
Well, the book has a name for this exact feeling. It calls it the work-spend treadmill. It's this vicious cycle where we work our tails off to earn money, then we spend that money on stuff we hope will make us happy, but it only gives us a temporary boost. So we have to go back to work to earn more, to spend more, and the treadmill just keeps on spinning. The real problem? It's not actually making us happier. So, how in the world do you get off this thing? That's what we're going to break down. We're going to walk through the book's roadmap. First, we'll talk about escaping the money trap. Then, we'll get into this huge idea that money is your life energy. After that, we'll look at your financial past and present. Then start building your financial freedom. And finally, we'll see what it's like to get beyond the crossover point.
All right, let's start with part 1, escaping the money trap. This is all about learning a completely new way to think about your money, and really your whole life.
And the core of this new way of thinking comes down to one simple but absolutely game-changing idea, that money is your life energy. Okay, so let's compare here. On one side, you have the way most of us are taught to see money. It's just currency, something to earn and spend. It's the goal, right? Get more money. But your money or your life, or YOML, flips that on its head. It says money isn't the goal at all. It's just a tool that represents something way, way more valuable. And that valuable thing is your life energy. Just think about it for a second. You trade the hours of your life, your time, your brain power, your literal life force to get a paycheck. So every single dollar you hold isn't just a dollar. It's a little piece of your life that you traded away. That daily coffee, that's not $5. That's maybe 15 minutes of your life you'll never get back. That brand new car, whoa, that could be thousands of hours, maybe years of your life. Once you see it that way, you can't unsee it. So once that light bulb goes off, we can dive into the first 3 steps of the program. And these are all about one thing, getting total clarity and control over your finances, both past and present. Step 1 is a biggie. You literally calculate every single dollar you have ever earned in your life. Then you put that number right next to what you have now, your net worth. I gotta tell you, for most people, this is a jaw-on-the-floor moment. It shows you just how much life energy has passed through your hands. Step 2 pulls you right into the present moment. You track every single cent that comes in and goes out, no exceptions. And then, step 3, you put all that spending into categories so you can finally see exactly where your life energy is going. Now, this is where it gets really powerful. For each of those spending categories, you ask yourself these 3 questions. Did I get true fulfillment from this, equal to the life energy I traded for it? Was buying lunch out every day really worth the 10 hours of my life it cost me last month? This isn't about feeling guilty. It's about alignment. It's about making sure your life energy is actually building a life you love. Okay, so once you have that awareness, once you see everything clearly, you move into the action phase, building your financial freedom. This is where the last 6 steps of the roadmap come into play. Step 4 is about answering a huge question. How much is enough? Not what your neighbor has, not what you see on Instagram, but what you truly need to be happy and fulfilled. Anything beyond that is just excess. Step 5 is kind of old school, but super powerful. You make a huge chart for your wall to track your progress. And step 6 is all about what the book calls conscious frugality. This isn't about being cheap, it's about being smart and getting the absolute most happiness out of every single dollar you spend. And the wall chart is pure genius because it's so simple. Every month you plot 2 lines, your income and your expenses. And your one and only goal is to make that gap between them as wide as possible. Because that gap is your freedom. Seeing it on your wall every single day makes it real. It turns this abstract idea into a game you can actually win. Okay, next up, step 7 is about increasing your income, but doing it in a way that feels good and aligns with who you are. Step 8 is the big one. This is where you take that gap, that freedom fund, and you invest it. You put your money to work so it starts earning money for you. And finally, step 9 is all about managing those investments smartly so you can keep your freedom going for the rest of your life. And this, right here, this is the moment everything has been building towards. You have one line, that's your monthly expenses, which you've made as low as you comfortably can, and you have another line, which is the income your investments are generating. It starts small, but it grows every single month. And then one glorious day, it happens. The investment income line crosses above the expense line.
That is the crossover point. That is the literal definition of financial independence. It's the moment your money makes enough money to cover your entire life. From that point forward, you never have to trade your life energy for money again, unless you want to. Work becomes completely optional.
So what happens after that? What's life like on the other side of the crossover point? Well, this is where you get to completely redefine what wealth and purpose even mean. Because by going through this journey, your whole mindset shifts. You don't just learn it, you feel it. You feel that money is just a tool. You realize that being frugal isn't about sacrifice, it's about buying your own freedom. You understand that real wealth has nothing to do with fancy cars, it's about having time and fulfillment. It's about a low-stress life where your money and your values are perfectly in sync. And this quote from the book just says it all, doesn't it? The goal isn't just to stop working. It's about gaining the absolute, undeniable freedom to spend your precious life energy on things that actually matter to you. Maybe that's your family, your community, your art, a cause you believe in, whatever your purpose is. So as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with the one question that this entire book is built around. The one question that, if you really let it sink in, could honestly change everything for you. Just take a look at your life, at how you spend your time and your money, and ask yourself this: what is your life energy worth?